You mentioned the accountability part, and you and I have joked before that our accountability is what I would call it, kind of a gentle accountability, because there's enough pressure on a person if
Mhm.
they set a goal for themselves for next week without,
Yeah.
because we've seen some accountability groups that are really intense, and you didn't meet your goal, and what's wrong with you, and this and that.
Yeah,
But
yeah, no.
but no, there's enough pressure just telling other people what you want to do, and then that's enough to push a lot of people forward.
One of the surprising things, at least to me, about the one rental at a time school community is the fact that more and more folks are stepping up to carry the load and bring new value to the group. No one more than Frank Old Guy REI. He has stepped up and doing an accountability group Wednesdays, I believe at 6 p.m. Pacific. Let's welcome Frank. Let's learn more about it and figure out why you need to join the accountability group. Frank, how you doing, man?
Doing great. Thank you. Thanks for getting together with me this morning. I was really excited to promote the Wednesday meetings, let everybody know
Yeah.
what we do and how long we do it for, and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I think the accountability group is amazing. I think first off, shout out to you. You initiated the accountability group after our Vegas event last February. Recently, started doing it inside our school community. The last couple of sessions going almost 3 hours, and I think one was 3.5 hours, which is amazing. But I want to talk about first, in case somebody's like, "Hey, what is an accountability group? What is this thing? Why should I join it?" Why don't you talk about what is the accountability group, why you started it, and kind of, where we are today.
Yeah, great. I think originally when we started the call, I was thinking that I wanted to help people in the beginning of their journey because that's where we needed the most help.
Right.
And we were fortunate that YouTube was available. This is our second attempt at
Mhm.
investing in real estate. And the first go around, I mean, there were books and things like that, but nothing as amazing as YouTube. And so we started the call with a few people actually from ORaaT and Dion's group and everything like that. And after we did that for a few weeks, there was four of us, and just thought, what if we invited a few other people in, because everybody in the group is so amazing, and just trying to get that thought off the ground. So we opened it up, and we've been having about 15 to 20 people weekly on our original call,
Mhm.
and it seems like what it's growing into is not just a weekly call with learning from me.
Mhm.
We've only been back in it for 3 years, so our experience is somewhat limited. But all the other people that are joining have various degrees of experience. They're investing in different places, doing different ways. So there's so many people that you can learn from now. And what we're hoping is that, sometimes people here, we go for 3, 4 hours a night,
Mhm.
but you don't have to stay that whole time, right? You can jump in and jump out as you want. You don't have to feel obligated to anybody in the group. Um, and hopefully, the people that do join won't be too shy to ask questions. There's no
Yeah.
dumb questions at all. And like I said before, all the people in the group are just willing to give and share. So it's growing into something special.
Yeah, I think the accountability group, again, I've been helping people move forward for 6 years now, and the accountability group has always been something that's kind of missing. Frankly, it's something that I personally never wanted to tackle, right? I give a lot already. I do what I do in the morning and I'm out. I think first off, the fact that you've chosen the accountability group in the evening is such a blessing, right? Most of us have day jobs. Most of us don't have the ability to, jump in at 8 a.m., which is when I like to do things. So first off, thank you for that. Second, I think you're right. I think the accountability group is amazing because of the community, the vocabulary, like-minded, and everybody's at different places. That's one of the things I love about school. We're almost 200 members now, and I watch the community boards, and there's all kinds of different questions. They're not all just newbies. Uh, I think a lot of folks need an accountability group, right? Come join the meeting, be there for 20 or 30 minutes, ask your question, declare what you're going to do the next week so the group can hold you accountable. And the other thing is, one of the things, my 7 rules is meet two new people a week. No better way than to come on a school community and meet dozens of folks that are doing it. That may, some of these folks may become, a friend or maybe even a best friend. I've seen some of that happen in the community. So I think the accountability group is amazing. And again, thank you for doing it all this time and now adding it to school. So it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more evident, like you just mentioned, over the last couple of weeks. There have been a few people who have met, some in the Florida market, specifically
Yeah.
South Carolina, Texas. There's small groups meeting each other and being able to help each other in their specific markets.
Hmm.
And that's one of the special parts about it. And like you said, some really good friends. We were, I guess, for probably the year before your February event, talking to people. The financial firefighter. He's always with us, and Mikey's in Hawaii too. And getting to meet them in Vegas, after we'd been online for so long, was really special.
Yeah.
There's you mentioned the accountability part, and you and I have joked before that our accountability is what I would call it, kind of a gentle accountability, because there's enough pressure on a person if
Mhm.
they set a goal for themselves for next week without,
Yeah.
because we've seen some accountability groups that are really intense, and you didn't meet your goal, and what's wrong with you, and this and that.
Yeah,
But
yeah, no,
but no, there's enough pressure just telling other people what you want to do, and then that's enough to push a lot of people forward. So if
for
people
sure.
need accountability, that's great. We can help with that. And I found a few people, like I said earlier, that maybe are a little bit shy to ask a question. But when
Mhm.
we're in the meetings, we'll go around and try to, let everybody introduce themselves. And once they get on and once they're talking,
Yeah.
everything just comes out. So that's been really great. And
Yeah.
other people are able to help.
Yeah, I think again, joining an accountability group early of like-minded folks speaking the same vocabulary, no dumb questions, all that good stuff, which is one rental at a time. I mean, just getting on and saying, "Hey, you know, I'm Mary. I've just started. I read this book. I got this thing. I don't know what I'm doing." That unlock. I mean, you'll get so much love by doing that. And you could go the other way and you go, "Hey, I'm Bob. I've been doing this for 5 years. I've got 8 units, I'm playing with the idea of 1031ing, up to the bigger stuff." Just share where you are. And the beauty of an accountability group, frankly, the beauty of school is you have so many people at different places. Somebody will undoubtedly help you, and more importantly, you will be able to help somebody. And I've already seen that happen, and I'm so glad I made the leap to try to spin up a new area so I could watch it better. Like Facebook, I tried for years, it just limits availability, and it's going the wrong way, so I had to do something else. So school's been a blessing for me so far.
Yeah, it's becoming. I've gotten a little bit more involved in commenting in the school on the school platform. And like I said, once you put a question out there, it just opens the door for a lot of other people to share what they're going
Mhm.
through and
Yeah.
get help if they need it and things like that. Some of the specific things that we've been talking about over the last couple of weeks, for example, one of our friends, Cody, he just closed on a deal of 4 duplexes, seller financing, and he found the deal on Craigslist of all places.
Nice. Shout
Um,
out Cody.
Yeah, he's awesome. And Michelle just went through a 1031 on her property, so she shared that experience with us over the weeks. We've heard things like from Matt, the lumberjack, about, I mean, things we don't know, because he was
Right.
talking about doing a 1031 and refinancing at the same time.
Mhm.
The concept to protect that money all the way through, and I believe it was a reverse 1031 that he was talking about
Yeah.
specifically. There's those of us in the group who have Section 8 tenants, so we have a little bit of experience with that
Yep.
process. Just a wide range of things that people can get help with.
Yeah. And the thing I love watching school for is it takes a while to get off the ground, get momentum going. I think last time I checked, we're at 191 students. I think the magic number is 200. And I think that's really going to be to get the community just kind of building. But school's more than that. I mean, the community's awesome. Accountability group's worth the $20 a month. But then we offer really a couple of other things. We offer the classroom where you have all this free education, which, is thousands of dollars in value there. But the thing I'm most excited about is the calendar, right? You've locked down Wednesdays at 6. Today, for example, in about 45 minutes, we get to talk to Henry Washington. We talked to Lance Lambert last week. It's where I go live at least once a month just for school, and giving people access to, frankly, people that they may admire. Like, how many of us have admired what Henry Washington has done and is doing and writes for Bigger Pockets? Wouldn't it be great to get the opportunity to get in a very small, intimate session and ask him a question, or frankly, just listen to him? Those are things that I look forward to bringing, as extras to the community. So I look forward to filling that out more and more.
Yeah, those are the really special things. If you don't have a question, but like you said, just to have the opportunity to ask a question
Yeah.
right there. And we've spoken before, and I know we all hope it grows to the 1,000 members
Yeah.
that you're looking towards. But I've told people last week to get in while the group is small, because they
Yeah.
have more opportunity to be one on one with all these people and you. And I think that's just like the boot camps that Dion and Matt offer in their courses. The
Mhm.
boot camp is where all the value is at, I think.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the time, 6 p.m. Pacific, and it's been a little bit of a challenge for some people being Central Time or back on the East
Yeah.
Coast, but I would say over half of the group are from those areas,
Mm.
and for them, they're with us till midnight,
Oh
so
my goodness.
it's yeah, and to
Commitment.
that, yeah, they're crazy good, great people. Um, but also to that point, we did record the first school
Oh, okay.
Wednesday, and I posted it on my channel for anybody who wants to watch it. It is 3 hours and 45 minutes,
Yeah.
so they can listen to it while they're driving to work or something like that. But
Yeah. Actually, if you get me the link, or can I get it? Actually, I think you have to send me the link. I'll put it in, again, underneath classroom special guest. I'll put it there as well. So people click that link and go right to your channel. No, we could do that.
okay, yeah, I was going to ask you about that, and then also my son's been helping me with the editing and stuff, so we'll go through the meeting, and sometimes we'll remove certain things that
Yeah.
because I told you before, we get off topic sometimes and it's
Yeah.
just crazy.
Yeah.
But
Remove. Cut it
yeah,
out.
cut that out. And then there are a couple of other people who have government jobs that can't be
Right.
on
Just cut it out.
social media, so we'll take those out, and then I I can just forward those to you,
Yeah,
and then
after you've done the edits, if you just send me the URL or the link, I guess you would call it,
yeah,
I can load it and it should work.
okay.
If it doesn't, we'll figure out why. But yeah, I think giving you some more views on your channel would be a wonderful thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try that when we're finished and
Okay.
get you the link to the first video. Yeah, because we
Perfect.
did. Yeah, one of the members in school had asked, because we had talked about posting the videos, and
Mhm.
he's in Florida, so it's kind of tough for him to
Yeah.
watch
Yeah.
and join during the week. But so he's checking the video out today.
Cool. Yeah. If you get me the link, leave it on your channel. It should work. If not, we'll figure something out from there. But that, again, I think recording them is awesome. I think we do a couple of these, and I'll probably create you your own thumbnail and whatnot.
Hmm.
You know what? Actually, I'll do that. Where's my pen? Actually, you know what we're gonna do is we're not gonna put the accountability group where everybody else is. We're gonna create its own thumbnail, um, and we'll just call it the accountability group.
Okay.
I'll have my team create that probably today, tomorrow. I like that idea. Okay, very cool, very cool. So again, who should join the accountability group? Who should join?
I think everybody should join. the one half of the group being those who need help, and the other half being the experienced investors willing to give help to the others that are joining. So I think for that reason, I think it's helpful for everyone.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Frank, again, it's 6 o'clock Pacific Wednesdays. It's already on the calendar. It's a reoccurring link. One of the things I will admit to hoping as we get bigger, maybe it's when we get to 400, maybe it's when we get to 500, is somebody else raises their hand and goes, "Hey, I'd love to do an accountability group on," maybe it's somebody on the East Coast, right? And they say, "Hey, I'll do an accountability group on Mondays at 6 Eastern."
Mhm.
I would love to see that happen. Again, it's got to be somebody in the community, somebody we all know, trust, and respect. But this is the kind of stuff that happens when you have a community of like-minded folks who are go-givers, who are caring. And I'm just so thankful to watch this thing and watch others help others. It's pretty amazing to watch.
Yeah, that makes me think. I definitely want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to be on the platform and share what we're doing. Um, I was talking to folks the last meeting about when someone gives you an opportunity to don't waste it.
Hmm.
Sometimes there's a fine balance. For example, someone in your position, you offer us an opportunity, we're going to accept it, but you also have to balance being sensitive of your time, the other person's time. So
Mhm.
I can understand why a lot of people might shy away from the chance, but I always tell them you're, building your portfolio and progressing for your family is too important to let a chance like that slip
Mm,
by. So
I agree.
yeah, so don't waste it.
I agree. Well, do me a
Yes.
favor. Let's close this out with where can people follow you? You've got a growing YouTube presence. What is it? Where can people follow you?
Yeah, definitely. The channel is Old Guy REI. It's back there somewhere,
I like it.
and it's on YouTube. We're on Instagram at Old Guy, and Facebook now as well. And
Nice.
I mentioned to you before, I've been remodeling homes for over 30 years now. So some of the videos are how to,
Yeah.
what we're doing on our jobs and how we're doing it and things like that. And if anybody has any remodeling questions, we're always up for, someone reaching
Yeah.
out to us for that. We've gone over home inspection reports with some of the other people in the group that didn't understand them.
That's awesome.
Those can be a little frightening for your first
Yeah, they
time.
can.
So
Yeah.
things like
Why
that.
is it 25 pages long?
Yeah, that's a short one.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Folks, at the end of the day, one rental at a time is attracting go givers, people that are doing the work, people that are doing their thing, but they're also willing to help. Here you've got somebody who's been remodeling homes for 30 plus years, second go around with real estate, giving up a couple hours each week just as a go giver. Do me a favor, reach out to Old Guy REI, give him a follow on YouTube, show him some love. Frank, I think you're amazing. Thank you so much. Take care.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Mhm.